We hope your day went well.
Well, we know that life for everyone can be a real struggle, but to help over the next 7 minutes, we're going to make any issues you're having recede in the shadows. Because as hard as life can be, not much can be harder than what Tucson residents Matt Lammers and his wife Alicia go through every single day.
But before KGUN-9 reporter Craig Smith introduces them to you, a special report that aired on ESPN with commentary from comedian Jon Stewart. The date, June 15th, the location, West Point, New York. The event, the Department of Defense Warrior Games.
Some 250 wounded, ill, or injured servicemen and women from every branch of the military came to West Point to take part in the 2016 Warrior Games. A Korean orphan adopted by parents in Kansas, U.S. Army veteran Staff Sergeant Matthew Lammers' life changed forever on June 10, 2007, in Baghdad.
I was fully conscious when all this happened. I was amputated in the field in Baghdad, and I was actually wide awake when they had to amputate me. And they said, we were going to have to amputate, and they shoved a blue towel in my mouth. I bit down, and they started sawing with the left, then went to the right, and then hit my left arm. And
what is it about yourself that you felt like you lost that day, just other than physical?
I felt like my whole world was just gone, I guess, and I just had to completely rebuild. And through the Warrior Games and everything else, it's just been a tremendous progress to help me find my new identity again.
I saw a picture of you,
Yes, sir.
from a year ago.
Yes, sir.
And you're unrecognizable to who you are today.
A year ago, I was just a little, very depressed, not wanting the public to see me and be stared at. And my wife took a picture of me, and I didn't recognize myself when she showed it to me. And so I jumped in the pool.
And you think, well, he got into a pool. Oh, great. But he has one, long arm and one short arm. And I don't know if people realize that is an act of courage in and of itself, is to get into a situation in a pool where you've got to fight just to stay up, just to stay afloat.
I've lost about 120 pounds in a year. It's swimming 3 miles a day.
What does the water do for you?
It helps calm me down and just soothes me. I pray when I'm in there and just think of all my fallen brothers. When I get tired, I think of them, and that's what really keeps me motivated. It's just that I want to live my life to the fullest because they are not able to. So I want to do the best I can for them in their honor.
As he was out there swimming, obviously he was behind everybody. What kind of response did he
People went bananas. They went bananas. They were cheering him from all, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. So everybody was just going crazy to cheer him on because they know what that means. They know what it means to find your path and to find what makes you Matthew again, what makes you whole again, what makes you a warrior again. And he became a warrior.
What are you thinking about?
We've put these folks through a lot. And they deserve our attention.
Kelly, Matthew, Dakota, Ramesh, Freddie, Ryan, and so many more. To listen to their stories, to be thankful for their service, and to know their names is to be uplifted on this day and every other day too.
What incredible strength.
Remarkable.
Now let's meet Tucson's own Matt and Alicia Lammers. As Craig Smith shows us, this couple is the definition of inspiration.
Matt and Alicia Lammers make every day a victory over obstacles that would defeat people with less determination and love. In Iraq, an improvised bomb cost Army Staff Sergeant Matt Lammers an arm and both legs. That does not stop him from swimming at the Davis-Monthan pool 3 or 4 miles, 5 days a week.
It would take me about 5 hours to swim 3 miles when I first started.
But in a year of swimming, he lost 120 pounds and gained enough speed to win 2 gold medals, a silver and a bronze in the Warrior Games, where military athletes push through their injuries to compete and win.
Watching him compete, it was, I still had goosebumps. It was amazing. It was so rewarding. It's, so many hours in the pool paid off right there.
Matt and Alicia met a few years after Matt was wounded in 2007. She was night manager at a store. He was making a point of shopping late.
There was a time in my life I just didn't want to go out and be seen in public and everything else, and I guess self-pity would be the best way in hindsight to describe it. And it just a lot of personal fears I had and that I had to overcome, and she really helped with that. And so we just started dating after that, and that's been beautiful ever since.
Alicia knew life would be a challenge, but a challenge they had the formula to push through.
Love, determination, holding each other, having the same goals.
Matt's determination to serve brought him back to Iraq 4 years after an improvised bomb blew up his Humvee. In 2007, his vehicle was almost back at his base when he was hit again.
I picked up my left hand. It was shredded pretty much all the way down to my elbow, and I set it aside thinking that could, that can't be my hand.
A vehicle full of medics was close. They rushed him to a field hospital.
When we first made it to the hospital, I remember one of the doctors said, "Okay, team, we need to be on our A game today. Sergeant Lammers doesn't have, much time to live." I remember opening my eyes, said, "With all due respect, sir, are you talking about me?" He just kind of said, "Oh, didn't realize you were conscious."
Sergeant Lammers lost so much blood, a dose of morphine would have been so concentrated it would kill him. So he endured 3 amputations with nothing to shut out the pain.
The surgeons there gave me a blue hospital rag to bite down on, and I just said, with all due respect, do what you've got to do, sir.
Now Matt and Alicia Lammers do what they have to do to push past that pain and that history. The swimming is therapy for body and mind. So was their time at the Warrior Games, back in the special camaraderie only the military know. But before they headed to West Point for the games, Matt was so anxious he canceled. That's when a determined wife went to work changing the mind of her determined husband.
I remind him that he is a leader. Just that. I just keep reminding him that he's the leader that he's meant to be, that he's good enough and he can do it.
And he did it. A bronze, a silver, 2 golds, including a gold in an event he did not even expect to enter. Now he's working toward the next Warrior Games, the Paralympics, and the Invictus Games.
A personal goal, I'd like to swim across the Hudson and the English Channel, definitely. Never give up, never quit. There's always a brighter day in my own experience, sir.
Craig Smith, KGUN-9, on your side.
And that's what you call a power couple, for sure.
Yeah, he's got a great supporter there, doesn't he?
I love them.